There is an advice everywhere telling you find someone successful and just model them. Copy their system, replicate their methods, do exactly what they did. And it works. It works brilliantly to a point, but almost. Nobody tells you about the trap waiting at the end of that. If you build your entire thing as a copy of someone else, you become permanently dependent on them. The moment they shift, evolve, or fall, you fall with them. Because you were never the original, the origin factor. You were the copy of it. And the copy is only relevant as long as the original stays exactly where it was when you copied it. Today I want to talk about the both the paths you can take right now in honesty, copying versus building your own, and how to think about which one you are actually on and which pathway you can curate in between. Let me be fair to the copying part first, because it is not at all bad. When you are at starting out phase, you have no idea what works. Modeling someone successful is genuinely the smartest decision you can make. It compresses years of trial and error into one specific working example. So basically you have a script of already working scenario. You skip mistakes, you get a proven structure altogether instead of guessing it. So in the early stage, copying is a legitimate accelerator kind of. Find someone winning in your space, study their system, their operation, their methods, replicate that work, and get yourself to a baseline level fast. There is no shame in it. Almost everyone successful started by modeling someone. The mistake is not copying early, the mistake is copying forever. And this is where it gets split up. Because copying is a starting strategy, not a destination. It will make you money, it will make you excellent money. And the people who never graduate from it stay permanently positioned under this person they copied without the original person even knowing about it. So the idea, the values, the methodologies and operations, if the top person in this pyramid structure change that, the whole of pyramid will start shaking. It depends on how quickly you adapt at that point. If you're not able to adjust to how this person is adjusted on top, you will collide under that pyramid thing. Now let's say the values are no longer adding with your values. You believe in something else. Initially your ideas match, so you copied it. But this person ideas have shifted, values have shifted. How will you copy that? That person being the origin will take a different path. Maybe it will work for that person, maybe it won't. But if you try to copy that and in turn it doesn't add up with your own values, you wouldn't be able to copy it fluently. If you're trying to be, it will hinder you internally. And here is the trap, it is structural. When you build your thing as a replica of someone else, you place yourself in a pyramid. They are above you, you are derivative of them right now. Your relevance is borrowed from theirs. And the borrowed relevance is fragile because you do not control the source itself. If they change direction, you are suddenly just modeling something that no longer exists. And if they evolve past the method you copied, your methods are now outdated and you do not know why. Because you never understood the thinking underneath them in the first place. You just copied the whole structure. So you don't have the information of trial and error as much as they have. If they fall, lose credibility, disappear, you fall with them because your whole identity was the version of them for this audience. You become a follower in the deepest sense, forever one step behind, forever dependent on staying aligned to someone you do not control. And the audience can feel it. They can always tell the difference between the original and the copy. The original has that conviction, The copy has imitation, and the imitation never commands the same trust. Imitation might be as perfect as it made to believe that it's conviction, but it will always have that element. That is the cost nobody mentions. You can build a real business as a copy, but you can never build a sovereign one. So, what is the alternative method here? Not ignoring everyone successful. That would be foolish, to be honest to do that. The alternative method is how you hold what you learn. You learn from them, you study them, you even copy some structure early, but you hold it as a scaffolding, not as an identity. Initially, let's say you're copying it, you make sure you copy it properly, not elements and putting your own touch. It's very hard for that to work out as well. They must have already tried that particular thing and tested it. Right from the get go, if you try to change it, it will fail most of the time. So you copy it to a certain limit. Once you get your own success path somewhere, you have developed the audience, you have developed a proof of concept. That is where you start implementing your ideas. Temporary support makes sense while you build your own thing underneath. And then this is the crucial part. You do the inner work of figuring out your own trajectory. Where do you actually want this to go? What is your real point of view? What would you build if you were not trying to be like anyone? You become the next version of you, not the next version of them. This path is slower. It definitely is slower. It's going to take years. It is less certain. There is not proven template to follow because you are writing as you go. You will feel, you will get all these failures. You will have issues. You will do your own trial and error. But what you build is yours. It has your fingerprint in it, your conviction and your values, your ideology, and it does not collapse when someone above you moves, because there is no one above you. You are the origin point. You might have borrowed something initially, but you are taking this to a next level on your own. The difference between these two paths is not visible at start. It becomes visible years later, when one person is still chasing whoever they modeled, and the other has become someone other people now model. So the question is not which path is easier, copying is easier. The question is which one you want to be living inside 5 years from now, dependent on staying aligned to someone above you or standing as your own origin. Learn from everyone. Copy structure early if you need to, but do not outsource your identity as whole. Build towards being the next you, not a permanent copy of someone else. That is when you can integrate all your ideas with your ideology, with the mix of different people ideas as well. You merge it at that time. The free video goes into the patterns that keep people stuck in the copy, afraid to trust their own direction. Watch it and see if it resonates. The link is in the description of that. Subscribe. I will see you on Tuesday.